Hello, and today these are some pretty interesting stuff. So I read it on Reddit a couple of days, well, not a couple of days actually, a couple of weeks ago, that the BMW store in, well, anywhere, but specifically in the United States, sell 164 model cars, and for pretty cheap. And I got a few of them, as you see in front of you. And I thought it's interesting enough to do a video on them because they're really cool and really interesting. These are true 164. Now let's begin. So these are sold directly from the BMW dealership, so you can get like accessories and stuff for your car, and you can also buy like lifestyle products. That's how they call them. And basically you could get toys of models, and and there's this basically called like BMW sports car series, and these are pretty much $650 per car. And if you live near a BMW dealership, you can just get them for $650 without any shipping. You can order them, like I think they send it to the dealership if they don't have any in their stock, and you can pick them up for no extra fee. So for $650, these things are very, very cheap. But if you want them shipped, I think after shipping and taxes are included, these ones I got for like 10 a pop, which is not bad whatsoever considering the quality, which I'll get to in a second. And this is what they came in. So this is for the M4 GTS, so the one in the middle. Nice window box. There is a folded piece of paper inside the box. It's under the white cardboard you see here, excuse me, and which basically warning, like you can't give it to like young children. It literally, I think every single language in the world except for English, which I thought was hilarious. On the back you see, oh yeah, actually you do see the warning here. All right, okay, all right, so maybe it's just here. Then you see it in German first and foremost, and then English, French I would say, Spanish and Dutch, and this language, and Russian. Bambini, okay, baby, so that's Italian. All right, that's fun. And this is Chinese, and it's much larger font. And in the back here you can see the manufacturer information in Mandarin, Chinese, well, not necessarily Mandarin, but in simplified form. There's not really, this is the this one here specifically the manufacturer, which is just says Zhongsen Models and Gifts Limited, and it's based in Dongguan, which is literally basically all of the die-cast models you see that's made in China are pretty much made in this city. But there's not too much interesting stuff. And here you see it's called Freewheel, and I tried looking up Freewheel 164, didn't really get much. So it's not really anything interesting. BMW AG München, because BMW literally stands for Bayerische Motorenwerke, the Bavaria Motor Works, Bavarian automotive manufacturer or factory. Very generic, I know, but like BMW, and obviously it's based in München or Munich, which is the capital of Bavaria, but that's boring stuff, right? You're here to look at the cars themselves, and first of all, this is the M2, and you can see lens headlights details, really nice. There's extra plastic piece inserted here. Very detailed front grille, very detailed front license plate. There's some excuse me, some side prints and side details as well. There's no side mirrors. And at the back, see yeah, really nice printing, and more plastic insert pieces. And even down here, only for a little bit, the exhaust pipe is painted as well. On the underside you see, of course, every single time, no matter which way I turn, it's always going to be the wrong side up. And can you see, yeah, it says BMW AG. It's so once again Munich, the BMW location. It says BMW M2 164 China, and it also has the production date, which is in August of 2017. Interesting. And one thing is interesting, I don't know if you've noticed because it's very hard to tell, but this is actually plastic wheel. This is not rubber tires, which is might be a disappointment, but I'm just like surprised how well these are done for like being plastic wheels. Just look at them. Yeah, authentic rims. even though it's plastic, and as a result it rolls very well. I'm not saying like rubber tires would necessarily roll worse, but plastic wheels are almost always going to roll. But the thing is, if you don't like having plastic tires, you can see the whole base and the body are actually screwed together and not riveted, so I would assume it's very easy to switch out the wheels if this thing is constructed as most 164 die-casts are, which I would assume it is. And if you've noticed, I've been playing around. I mean, I've been funneling these for a while by now, like a couple of hours. Well, no, less than an hour actually. But I've looked it up and down, and I cannot find any flaws, like on all three of them, which is why I can get anal about receiving something from like Auto World or Mini GT, and I'm really pointing out these like tiny defects and stuff. It's because like random companies like this one, like I still don't know exactly which company is in charge of making these. It's like random Chinese manufacturer, and they can get everything perfect, and these things are sold for $650, while like obviously when you take Atomic Limited vintage, it's like obviously they're gonna get it perfect, but on the other hand they're also sold for like $25. But Mini GT will cost half as much as that, and Auto World will be a third of Atomic Limited vintage. But then you get like this, which is basically like cheaper than an Auto World will cost, but they get the details perfect. So I don't see like any excuses for these bigger companies not to do that. Actually, let's see. It's a good way to do it. I think I'm gonna put it to this side for now. For this side, actually, just have it on the rotating display. Actually, the focus probably won't work well. I'm not Orson Welles, so I don't have that kind of deep focus. So we'll see how that turns out. This is the M4 GTS, I'm pretty sure. Yep, M4 GTS, and you can see again, this one is also one big block color, although the roof is all black, matte black. So again, looks really good. Lensed headlights, you can see the front printing and the license plate, really sharp printing. Like no matter if it's like big blocks of paint or on tiny details, they get it right. And you can see again, plastic wheels, but then authentic rims, and it just looks really good. I don't mind them being I mean, I would prefer if it's rubber tires, but if being plastic tires doesn't bother me whatsoever. And again, great printing on the back, and with plastic taillights on the bottom. Not much to tell. Hey, it's actually the right way up this time. Yeah, it's basically the same thing, nothing super interesting. And finally, alright, you can go away and you can be on the rotating. And finally, this is the M6 Gt3. And you can see this is where we get to like more detailed prints, right? This is more of a racing livery. And again, they get it right. You can see the front of the grille. Again, plastic headlight inserts. See, what does it say here? BMWSportsTrophy.com, BMW M6 Gt3. You can see like all the prints are sharp. There's nothing wrong with this model whatsoever. Maybe the dark blue bit can be a little bit down so there wouldn't be the white showing. That's probably the worst I can say about any of those models, which is pretty remarkable. Lensed tail lights again, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so separate plastic piece. The wings are plastic, I think, and again you can see printing on the clear plastic here. Really sharp. Yeah, on the underside, nothing interesting again. So I'm just gonna put everything. I'm gonna put it on the turntable as well, so you could just get like a more detailed look at it. I think these are definitely worth your money. If you live close to a BMW dealership and you can get it without the shipping, yeah, get every single one of them. So there's 4 in this set. These are sold individually, although there's also a I think it's sports car 4-pack. It's being sold pretty much for the same price. I mean, I think all 8 are probably going to be worth it if the quality of the ones I've been getting are any indication of their quality control and their details. like for 650, this is a steal, and I would assume BMW is not actually making a profit on these. This is just a way for them to promote their stuff, and for like BMW owners to get like a model of the car they own or something like that would be my guess. So I don't imagine they're making a profit. Maybe they're taking a loss, maybe they're not, but. And I think maybe because it's a dealership model, they really want to get it right. So maybe, I don't know, like maybe this is more reason for me to give Auto World and Mini GT a bit of more leeway. I think, well, Mini GT more than Auto World. Auto World I mostly been having very, very great experience with. But like Mini GT, maybe they don't have the support of like big companies like a BMW that's willing to just dump money on these models, which is my guess, by the way. I have no reason to, I have no evidence one way or another, but that would be my guess. Like not having the support of a giant company like BMW, they have to make profit and they have to cut down on some cost saving solutions and stuff. But still, these things are incredible. And like I said, if you don't like the plastic wheels, you can easily swap them out. Just use a screwdriver and some wheels. So I might unscrew one of those one day just to see what they are inside. And I do have some spare wheels, even though they wouldn't be the right wheels for these models, presumably. It would be cool to see how that would look. This is going back again to the M4 GTS. And again, look at how detailed the wheels are, which is really nice. And I genuinely didn't realize it when I saw like other YouTubers mention it in their videos. I've seen pictures on the Hot Wheels subreddit, someone mentioning these, and never once did I realize it was not rubber tires. Although probably one of the YouTubers mentioned it that I just missed. But still, like even after I got it in hand, I didn't realize that for a good few minutes. And I was like, this doesn't feel right. Oh my god, it's plastic. But for plastic tires, they did it really, really well. It's genuinely hard to tell. But on the other hand, if you want to put it through a Hot Wheels racetrack or a booster, you can. But my god, you have to be very rich to be able to afford doing this. But then these things look so good. Why would you want to risk any chance of them getting scuffed at all? You know, look at the back license plate. I have nothing but good things to say about them. Again, these things, not counting shipping, $6.50 a piece if you live next to a BMW dealership, which I kind of do. There's a BMW dealership in Manhattan, but it's like all the way across town, and I actually ordered them before the protests started, which I'm glad I did, because I'm would rather not go all the way across town under these circumstances. Curfews in New York City, I would not want to like cross all the way across town just to get some model cars. But even then, like with shipping included, that takes it to about like $10 per piece. I think this is still more than worth it. I would take this over ooh, this is hard to say. I don't know, but very good is all I'm trying to say. So hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. And